Good morning, traders. Just want to make this quick video and talk to you about sticking to your rules. Okay. As a trader, we trade probability setups, and you have to have some rules going in so that you can preserve your capital and you can be more successful. All right. If you don't have any rules, then how are you going to be successful? How are you going to know when you're wrong? Okay. So, a few rules I have is knowing where I want to get in and where I want to get out. Okay. Uh, if you let's just say you're trading a stock and price is 20 bucks at the moment, and you see a support level down at 18.50. Okay. Well, then you need to wait for price to come back into that buy zone for you to get in, right? I like to buy those deep retracements because if I'm buying down at the support level, let's say 1850, and I'm buying at 1850 and price breaks through there and holds below, I'm out with a small loss. If I would have bought at 19 or 20 bucks and you get that deep pullback and then price doesn't hold support, you're way underwater. So one of my rules is only buy on deep pullbacks. I don't really care what the stock is doing if it's going to the moon. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting the proper entry so that if I'm wrong, I get out with a small loss. And that really helps a lot, because if you're right and it bounces right there, then you're in the money right away, and you're going to have a nice gain out of it. So that's one of my rules: buy on a deep pullback, and that works for me 80% of the time, and I like that. And the 20% of the time that it doesn't work, it's okay, because I recognize that I'm wrong and I get out right away. So that's another thing. Don't start adding to losers, because like my buddy said, you have the shovel, right? You could keep digging the hole and get deeper and deeper in the hole, or you could just get rid of the shovel and cut your loss. And that's the best way to do it, because when you have a strategy that you're comfortable with, that works, then what's going to happen is, even if you take the loss, you're going to come back on the next trade or the next day and do much better, because your strategy works. So develop that strategy. Once you have a plan that works, then just stick to that plan. Okay. You're not going to be successful 100% of the time. Baseball players don't always get base hits. Sometimes they strike out. It's fine, but you have to know exactly what you're doing. So when you recognize your strategy and you understand this is exactly how I'm going to trade it, then that's it. You just stick to the plan. And now if you're losing over and over again, then you need to modify that plan, and just know that maybe you're doing something wrong in that strategy that's not working. So it's very important to understand these things and stick to it, right? Main thing is risk management. Don't size up too big. I don't care how good of a trader you are. When you start sizing up more and more and more, that one loss can eat away days and days or weeks worth of gains. And it's happened to me. It's happened to all traders. It's happened to all traders, right? So I have a daily goal, and I just stick to that, right? And remember, guys, if you make $100 a day, that's 25 grand a year. If you make 50 bucks a day, that's $12,000 a year. Okay. If you make $25 a day, that's over 6 grand a year. Okay. And with 6 grand a year, that's a nice car payment, right? You can drive a brand new Mercedes for 6 grand a year. Okay. So make sure that you just set a realistic goal, stick to your rules, stick to your plan, and you're going to do well. Okay. Don't have an unrealistic expectation of, I'm going to make $1,000. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need to. As you build your strategy, build your confidence, build your consistency, the money will come, right? If you always stick to your rules, always stick to your plan, you're always going to be successful in the long run. Okay. If you don't have a plan, you don't have rules, and you're just chasing everything around, you're not going to be successful. Okay. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but more than likely your losers are going to outweigh your winners, and you'll end up eating away at your account, right? So just make sure you guys stick to that, and I hope this helps you, and we'll talk soon.